Sorry, come on the panel. Come on the panel. Hi.
Hi. Here you go.
Cheers. What was your name?
Fiona.
Fiona. Fiona. Fiona. Fiona. It's Sunday, it's too early for a chant. How's it going?
It was funny, because yesterday, he just asked me before he went, why didn't you come on the panel? Because the problem with the late night panel last night was there was only 2 mics between 3 people, and now there's only 1 mic between 2 people, so we've not solved the problem. Oh no, we have another mic!
We can get really close together, we'll do it like this. This is how we're going to do the panel. Oh, hey! Oh. Fiona, 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 Fiona. People over there think we're just really huge fans of Shrek's love interest. I am actually, but that's not what I'm doing.
I've placed my bottle on a chair.
Oh my god!
It's its own chair.
That's why you come to these panels, to watch XTheDarkOne place bottles on chairs.
Booyah! There we go.
I don't know how he does it. That's every year without fail.
That's the best I can do when I'm not allowed to swear.
It's either swearing or putting bottles on chairs.
18 plus, you know, I'll go nuts.
I just realised we have a Fiona in the crowd as well, technically. Fiona, 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 Fiona. You guys aren't even into it anymore.
No, it's just totally no commitment. We're in a football stadium.
Nobody wants to chant.
You can't get people to chant. How rubbish is that?
What do you guys usually chant at football stadiums if you go?
If you go. It's like he went, what do you guys go to chant at a football stadium when you go? And everyone's like,
why am I here? Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Don't chant that at this panel, please. That will be awkward.
Yeah, we don't
chant it if you go to Team 4 Star's panel later.
Yes!
Just, they're like, oh, what's Team 4 Star? Why are we here? Why are we here? One time, can I tell a story real quick?
Go for it.
I went to a convention and Vic Mignogna was there. Don't laugh yet, that's not the joke.
Vic Mignogna is the joke.
Vic Mignogna is the joke. But, I hate to say it. But I went and there was this running joke the whole weekend. Do you know that, is anyone familiar with Final Fantasy X? Yeah. There's a certain meme from that game called, depending on how you say his name, the Tidus laugh. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. But that's what we were doing all weekend on panels. And I begged the people in my panel audience, I said, there's going to be an all-guest Q&A at the end of this weekend. Vic Mignogna's going to be on it, I know for a fact. If he ever says something that is a joke, if he tries to tell a joke, please do the Tidus laugh. And we were on the all-guest Q&A, and he sits down, and it's in like a room, it looks like sort of like a university like lecture theatre. So everyone's sort of on, like, gradually going up and up on their little desks, and they're watching the panel. And he sits down and he says, hey kids, welcome to Biology 101. Everybody open your textbooks. And everybody looks at each other as like, and Vic's like, he genuinely thought like he'd inspired this sarcastic laugh that everybody knew. It was beautiful, and I thanked everybody. But yeah, welcome to, what is this panel?
It's a
Little Kuriboh. No.
Okay.
Little Kuriboh Unabridged Q&A with the guest star in the bottle on the chair.
And the eyebrow, yeah.
Fiona. Many Fionas.
Yeah.
Half-naked Napper.
Half-naked Napper.
Beautiful. Napper. Why are we here? But yeah, I'm Little Kuriboh. I'm known. Why am I known? I'm known for doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is a show, if you've ever seen Yu-Gi-Oh! You know how kind of it's ludicrous, but it's also, like, in my opinion, amazing. I love the story, I love the characters. But there's this thing called trading cards that kind of gets in the way of the story and the characters every so often. Children's card games, that's exactly what it's called. Not yet, that's in 5Ds. We'll get to that. But Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of daft. I hate to say it. It gets a bit long-winded, so I thought, yeah, he's got the Dark Magician with big boobies right there. That's the biggest cheer of the day, is the Dark Magician. But
all the people are hungover from last night, just like,
yeah. I'm known for doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is a shortened down, funnier version. I I like to think it's funnier than the actual show version of Yu-Gi-Oh! I also do Naruto the Abridged Comedy Fandom Spoof Series Show, which is a parody of a parody. Did somebody boo? Boo!
I love the Abridged.
Naruto Abridged, the original version, was created by a man called Masako X and his friend Vegeta 3986 over there. Oh, he's rolling his eyes. But I do that, and I also, if you've ever seen a series called Tome, The Terrain and Magical Expertise, which is a Flash animated series, there's a few fans here. Hey, cameraman likes it. Hey, Nylok Dragon of being appreciated by the cameraman. I play Nylok, which is the character I just quoted. It was a hardcore role player, and he's a fun character to play. He's very positive and loud and boisterous. I'm going to only list a couple more things that I'm in. Who watches CBeebies? Hey, Elle watches CBeebies. That explains so much. If you've seen Kate and Mim Mim, or if you've had to endure Kate and Mim Mim, I am the voice of the purple CGI bunny Mim Mim in the British version of that show. It probably is going over everybody's heads right now, but I'm very proud of the character.
And I'll tell you what, if you want a reason to watch it, he basically uses Tristan voice to do the...
I'm serious, I auditioned.
If that's not a reason to watch it, I don't know what is.
I auditioned for the role, basically being like, hello mate, what's going on? My voice gives me super strength, right?
You know what I like? Because I remember, didn't that show get critiqued because...
What?
You told me, it's like, that show got critiqued.
I was like, that show got critiqued?
Yeah, because of the reason was because Martin's kind of like, I think the guy playing Mim Mim, the British accent just sounded so phony. And I was like, because it was a Canadian dub, and the Canadians have all their actors speaking a British accent, but Martin was the only British person doing a British accent, his normal accent in that role, and the person was like, yeah, that Mim Mim, it's such a phony, fake British accent. Oh, how the Americans see it. I was like, what? Ridiculous.
Little mini announcement I have to make. Famiko, one of the guests, is going to be doing a signing in 5 minutes down in the halfway down there at the tables. So if you're interested in getting a signature from Famiko or just meeting them, they're going to be down there. Like a legitimate voice actor.
Proper voice actor, yeah.
One more thing I want to say that I did because I'm super proud of it and I want to milk it till it's dry. If you've ever seen the movie The Force Awakens, if you own it on Blu-ray or on iTunes...
Not DVD.
Not DVD. Well, apparently
we established you don't like DVDs.
Some folks say it's on the DVD here. It's not on my DVD.
Well, your DVD sucks.
It is. But if you get one of the versions of the movie on home video, VHS, I don't know. If you get the VHS version, I'll come to your house and I'll sit and watch it with you. But if you got the Blu-ray version, I know that for sure. If you go to audio track 2, you can hear me describe the entire film. Like, I'm just not joking. I'm like on the Blu-ray. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why they hired me to do that.
CV gets to say you worked on a Star Wars film.
I got to see the film.
And he's like, nah, it's not a big deal. You know, it was only visually impaired. I was like, your CV, your portfolio says Star Wars Force Awakens. No actor can say that.
Well, my friends came up to me like a month after the film had come out and said, you are the voice of the yellow text at the beginning of the movie. That's a big deal. Also, Falero and Jax, you guys are here.
Hello!
I'm like, I felt really gutted that I didn't get to say goodbye to you, so I'm really glad that I'm getting to see you guys right now.
Hey.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of emotional because I felt I was like really, really down because I didn't get to say goodbye, but it's good to see you guys.
Falero.
But yeah, why don't you introduce yourself since I took 50 minutes to do mine?
So it's a good thing we did start early, isn't it?
A little bit.
That 18 minutes was just your introduction to rub your ego.
Yeah. Why are we here?
I'm XTheDarkOne. I do Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the Abridged series.
You put balls on chairs.
I put balls on chairs, yeah. I thought you said balls on chairs there.
You do that too?
I do that
whenever
too.
you sit down.
Oh, one of those on the chairs.
Bless you.
I also do Rosario plus Vampire Abridged with Masco X. I've also been in like a ton of other Abridged stuff. I'm probably the voice that you like, and you didn't realise it was me.
It's that British guy. What's he doing in this?
I've been in Naruto the Abridged.
Yeah, you were Scratch?
I was Scratch, yeah. I was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I was Dory, the space cop.
You were finding Dory?
I was, finding Dory.
I hope my parents are lost.
Yeah, I was Dory in the Return. Is it Return of Cool or Revenge of Cool Bridge movie?
I'm not the person to ask about that.
Cool's Revenge. I was Dory in that. I've also done voices in Kemper Bridge. I played Leon in Falero's Danganronpa Bridge.
You also, my favourite thing you've ever done is you did audio description for a book.
I did an audio book. I did an audio book for a book called The Sword Summoner, and I got...
The Sword Summoner. Has anyone here read The Sword Summoner?
Probably no one.
Has anyone here written The Sword Summoner? Because I know you've met the guy who wrote it.
I met the guy. He came to Alcon. He gave me a copy of the book. Yeah.
The main reason I ask that is because I'm going to make a joke about it, and I wouldn't do that if he were here.
Yeah. Because I remember Martin's like, here's the book I'm going to be reading, and Martin's
and I read it. I read like a brief part of it, and every page that I turned to either had like 2 paragraphs of descriptions of weapons or like a whole paragraph about what women look like in the scene. And I'm like, I could go to any page. I would like skip and say, if I could find a thing that describes weapons or women, you owe me money, X. And every time I did it, it was describing weapons or women.
Was it? I was like, yeah, right.
Some would say women are the ultimate weapon.
Boom! He wielded a giant ass. Oh, for God's sake! Try it again. It's like, boom! She wielded giant breasts. It was. But you know, it's
I hope that you said boom. She wielded giant breasts in the description.
I should have. Yeah, boom. But you know, anyway, it's on Audible, and if you sign up, it's a free.
You can get a free audiobook done by XTheDarkOne here.
Hey.
Or you could buy The Force Awakens on VHS, and I'll come to you.
Come on, man.
For about on par, I'd say.
But yeah, like I say, again, most of my stuff has just been like minor roles in other bigger stuff you've more than likely heard of.
You know what? You got a minor role in the Bridge series, but you got a major role in my life.
Yeah, so gay.
I'm not kissing him again.
No, not again. No. We did that for charity.
We did that for charity at Alcon one time. So if there was a charity drive happening, we'd be there. We'd be making out the whole time.
Making out, totally.
We can auction it.
We can auction it, people say. I don't know.
So
anyway, yeah, we're here to do Q&A, but we're also here just to chill out because it's Sunday, and
Sunday.
So you're either here because you think this is a church service, in which case you're sorely mistaken. Bless the crowd. Actually, I forgot to mention. Why are we here? I forgot to mention. Can I do one more?
You can do one more.
Yeah, do one more. In Tales of Zestiria, I played the Pope.
You're also in the KO movie.
I'm in the KO movie. This is the whole.
Shall we just get your IMDb up?
Yes, let's put the IMDb.
We'll just list everything up. The
thing about if it was the IMDb, it would say a bunch of stuff that I'm not in, such as Untitled Tommy Wiseau Project. I'm not joking. That was the thing.
Oh, we also did the first episode of Bridgemont.
We did do that. We are responsible with Moscow X.
We're half the team, Moscow X as well, and Shady Box, and then Taco and Lanny took it all and did their thing with it.
They did do their thing with it.
Took the mix.
So if you liked Bridgemont, we're sorry.
Because that ain't happening again.
No. But yeah, we're here to do Q&A. If anybody has any questions about literally anything, we will literally talk about it.
What I'll do is...
Oh, I forgot to mention, I do the Mark Remark.
I'm going to kick you in the face.
I do a wrestling recap show called The Mark Remark, which is a satirical look at the events of the wrestling.
Adam Rose!
I also do, glass of milk, etc. I also do...
Didn't someone go to like a wrestling thing with a glass of milk banner?
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Eric Kimmerer, who is a voice actor, he went and he took a glass of milk sign.
That's amazing.
It was a bit of a thrill for me. It got on camera while the New Day were out there. But yeah, I do that, and I do a series on my experiences with depression called We're Still Here, which is, thank you.
He is now going to change it to Why Are We Here? So, Why Are We Here?
The April Fool's version. Which is about my experiences with depression, which is something I'm going through. It doesn't affect me constantly. Sometimes I'm in a good mood, but when I'm in a down mood, I like to record my feelings on video and share them with the world, because I feel, having done group therapy, talking about this stuff that I'm going through with other people who are going through similar things was an enormous help, because if you hear these sometimes completely illogical thoughts that are going through your brain coming out of somebody else's mouth, it makes you realize you're not crazy and you're not completely alone in this. It's a fight that you're all on the same side and everybody's rooting for you to win. And it's my attempt at making people aware of the fact that depression it isn't just feeling a bit down. It's a sickness, and it's something that we can defeat together. So that's why I do it. But yeah, now we got that out of the way. I don't think I have any more credits that I want to talk about. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, like why are we here, well, you can ask them if you put your hand up, and feel free, we'll come round. I'm going to go over here. Hello, sir, what is your question?
Are you going to actually do a dance, or is it?
Are we actually going to do a dance? Come on, X, what's your dance?
What we were doing a dance then? What was the dance?
Let's do like a version of that dance. What? Why are we here? 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 You don't get this at Johnny Young Bosch's panel, I'm sure.
Right, can you imagine that? Just Johnny Young Bosch in the middle going, why are we here? Why are we
The
here?
thing about Johnny Young Bosch is he
Why?
can kill you with his legs. He can actually kick the front row would be dead by this point.
I saw Johnny Bosch in the hotel on Friday, and he looked pretty rugged because he just got off the plane.
Also, he's a rugged, handsome man.
Oh yeah. I mean, not in a way. You just look knackered, basically. And I just genuinely, a part of me, I have like, I'm not the most tactful guy in the world. I actually managed to restrain myself because I genuinely walked past him and I just wanted to go, Canadians! I didn't. I left him alone. I left him alone, but I really wanted to.
That would have.
I really wanted to scream in his face.
Now's your chance.
I like that.
And then RKO him. Canada!
You know, the world needs more
truly out of nowhere.
Akira Randy Orton crossovers.
Okay, I'm gonna go find another question.
Fine, go ahead and find a question.
I'm gonna find a question. I saw.
It's a dark one. He's finding questions from Judy Hops, even.
Hello. You said you loved playing Nylock on
Oh yeah.
on Tome.
Absolutely.
One of my favourite series. What's your favourite Nylock quote? And do you act like Nylock in real life at all?
Do I act like Nylock in real life? I'm trying to think. Most of
Martin, Dragon Master of eating something.
I'm always going whoosh when I leave a room. I know that much.
I was in.
I'll tell you what. My crotch isn't nearly as big as his.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I've seen
It's
it.
dwarfed by his. I'm trying. Like a lot of my favorite Nylock quotes are bloopers most of the time because if you've ever watched those, it's usually like me hitting on Curb and calling him Squire. And
Since we're still naming off stuff we were in, I was in Tome very briefly.
Yeah.
I played like a goosely, gonads thing.
Ging gang gooly gooly gooly
What was
gooly
that?
watcher.
Gingangu.
Ging gang goo, ging gang goo.
I was like, I was talking about your IMDb before. I find it ironic, not ironic, but my IMDb lists off
It's the ironic movie.
Abridged and Tome. It doesn't list off anything else I've ever done. It didn't Abridged GX, which I'm more known for than anything else. Just like, no, Abridged and this. That's it.
Well, you know, if you go to the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX abridged page on IMDb, it just says Shady Box, Shady Box, Shady
Oh
Box.
god, it does, yes, it does.
But,
Isn't it a picture of me with a Simba mask on, just like that? And it's just a Simba face.
I'm trying to think I'm trying to think of any Nylock quotes. Honestly, I don't have a specific Nylock quote that's my favorite, but my favorite Nylock moment in the show is where he breaks character with Game Crazed for the first time. Because if you haven't seen the show, Nylock is constantly in character. He's always role-playing. He's always just being... It's set in a video game. It's set in an online role-playing game, and he's always playing his character. Most of the other people in the show are just people playing the game, but he's like, I'm totally a character in this video game. But he talks to his good friend Game Crazed in one scene and talks about how he's struggling to deal with something that Curb's character is going through. And Game Crazed manages to make him break character, and he talks about what he means to his friends and how he has to be like always this positive role model and everything. And that whole scene was difficult for me to play because when Curb directed me, he just said, be you. And I don't know how many of you are actors, but if you've ever been told to just be you, that's one of the hardest things to do as an actor, because you don't think about that. And when I'm acting, I usually think too much. So when I was told, just be you, I'm like, how do I be me? I don't know. So that was a tough scene, but it was also tough emotionally. I cry every time I watch it because it's literally Curb, the guy who makes the show, talking to me, and it's hard for me to do that because I'm kind of an introvert. I'm not very emotionally open with a lot of my friends. I'm sure they disagree, but I feel like I keep to myself a lot. So watching this conversation that is very personal for me take place in this show, I get all teary-eyed because I'm like, I wish I could be that open with my friends all the time, and I struggle. And Nylok struggles as well because he's always in character and he thinks he has to be this character in the game. So it reminds me of myself. But what was the other part of the question? There was favourite line and do I act like him in real life? Well, when I'm role-playing in video games, I definitely try to be a very loud and obnoxious character, but what video games do we play? Like Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy 14, which is like my favourite MMO, by the way. But I played the little Lalafell.
I'm on Fairy. If anyone's on Fairy, I'm fine.
They've got these characters called Lalafell that are these little sort of chibi munchkin kind of guys. But I played Malik Blishtar, the character, the Lalafell. And he's this little tan guy with Marek's haircut, and he's got purple, like a sort of violet top on. He's walking around being like, yes, obey me. So yeah, I'm not really Nylok, but I'm a character, certainly. Who's got a question over here? Right here, yes.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm sorry for killing you on Undertale, by the way.
Spoiler.
What did you find?
What did we find? What did you find? Oh God!
I think it's a bit of a
Not a
meme.
lot of Alcon people here, clearly.
There aren't many Alcon people, but we had a little meme going where we watched the scene from The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, the classic film.
Classic film.
With Ian McKellen as Gandalf being the highlight easily.
Oh God!
And there's that scene where he looks at Bilbo and he's like, Bilbo, in the cave, what did you find? What did you find? And then Bilbo's like, my courage. And he goes, oh, you'll need it. So we were just doing that all weekend. We'd be like, what did you find?
Yeah.
And what would you say?
Anything. It could be anything.
What did you find?
I'd like, a broken pencil. It's like, good. You need it. So we then got given someone
brought Cards Against Humanity and just gave us all the white cards.
Yeah, he adjusted the game with the white cards and was like, okay, so we got.
Be careful, it's a PG panel.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna like we pick up a thing and be like, what did you find? It was. God, I can't sit there right now.
What did you find? A copy of Star Wars: The Force Awakens on VHS.
Good, you'll need it. And then people just started getting involved in it. So and
people got really into it.
Last year's outcome was Watto. That was our thing.
Oh yeah, Watto. It was
like,
What do you think you're some kind of Jedi waving your hand around like that? I'm a Toydarian! Mind tricks don't work on me! Only money!
And that's the most applause the Phantom Menace has received since it was released.
Our meme this year is Max Payne 3.
Why is it 3?
Because
I don't know what it was that started
I made a joke, so I said, I've got the beard and I've shaved my head. Like,
so he's Max Payne.
I look like Max Payne 3, and I started doing and I went, slow-mo.
He started turning around, and was like, slow-mo. So I was like, is this the British version of Max Payne where he just explains what he's doing?
It's like, shooting.
So and I was like, what, in that scene where he finds his child dead in the crib, he walks up and is like, dead baby. And we've just been doing that all weekend, just like cross night going, walking. So just like randomly. It's a strange humour, it's a strange relationship. We're friends, and you know, when you're a friend with somebody, you have these inside jokes that make literally no sense to anybody
else. Yeah, like you guys are going, what are you guys on about? It's like, but it's funny to us.
That's our life. Yeah. Anybody have any questions?
I saw someone over here.
Start rambling.
Yes, it was you.
We can talk about anything.
Yeah.
So, what's your favourite Yu-Gi-Oh character to voice then?
My favourite Yu-Gi-Oh character to voice? It's usually Marek, I won't lie. He's very fun to voice as because you can say anything and it sounds like a joke. And as the writer of the show, that makes it much easier for me. Spoons. They laughed, you see. He's basically my inner child, you know. And I'm not saying that I was like that when I was a kid.
Oh my God! It's like, it's time for school, mate. No, mother, I don't want to go to school today.
I have to find the leather pants.
They make fun of me for my midriff.
Why are you saying pants? You don't mean trousers? No. I am a small Egyptian man. I don't need to learn about mathematics. 2 + 2 = my sexy bottom. Thank you. But yeah, Marek is my favorite. I blanked. I was like, you were
Three
talking.
pauses. But
But I like Marek. I also like Yami Yugi, I'll be perfectly honest. It's fun to play this egotistical douchebag that is Yami Yugi. And he is that the way he is in the abridged version. A lot of people have issue with the fact that some of the characters in the abridged version are different than they are in the original version. And I understand the concern.
A parody show that makes them different?
Like Yami Yugi in the dub, in the English dub, he's very like, he's always got the right moral attitude. He's always telling Yugi the lesson of the day and everything. But in my version he's like, no Yugi, none of these people matter. Why are they here? And he's kind of that way because he's a pharaoh, and I feel like if he's been a pharaoh his whole life, he's been taught to think of himself as above everybody, and like everybody else is subservient to him. Like he probably had a lot of slaves back in the day, and he was like, "This is fine. What's the issue? Yugi, why don't you have a slave? Is that what Tristan and Joey are for?" Oh, okay. But yeah, he's fun just because I'm not a very confident person in real life, so getting to play a confident character like that who doesn't give a crap about anybody, it's just fun to be that for a little bit in the day, you know? So that's a lot of fun. Outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! For like other abridged stuff I do, I love playing Lord Frieza in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Again, a very arrogant character. But I also love being Naruto in Naruto the Abridged Comedy Still Series Show, Chan-kun! I like that. Well, some of you are very confused by what I was just doing.
Whoa!
Well, why is he yelling at us?
He's having a freak out.
Little Kuriboh just had an episode during his panel. Speaking of Naruto, what's your question? You go bring your mic to him, mate.
I'm going over there.
He is Naruto. He needs no microphone. Oh, Jimmy Carr.
I was just going to ask, you're wearing an Overwatch t-shirt, do you have a favourite Overwatch character?
Ah, I do have a favourite Overwatch character.
Get your phone out.
I do have my phone, don't I? I was going to be like, I don't have my phone. You can't call me out.
Get your pervy phone out.
All right.
Screenshot.
Can everybody see?
Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's Widowmaker with
Widowmaker just basically doing this.
I hate to say it, but I think she's beautiful. And unironically, I wish I was as beautiful as Widowmaker was. I really do.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
But really, I'm more of a roadhog, I have to say. Woo! I actually really do like playing as roadhog. It's fun to just chain people towards you and then blow their heads off. In real life as well.
I don't know these characters.
You don't know any of them?
I haven't played it yet.
A lot of people love
I've heard
Tracer.
only good things though.
A lot of people love Tracer, and I find her really obnoxious. Does anybody else find Tracer just drives them up the wall? It's like, hello everyone, I'm a character! I'm not obnoxious at all! Cavalry's here! You know, that drives me up the wall. I don't like that kind of person. I don't like that kind of character. I'm sure if I knew her in real life, she'd be fine, but she's just not fun. I don't like that. But yeah, Widowmaker, Roadhog, I love bloody Mercy. Mercy's great. I love being a healer. I love all the characters. Overwatch is fantastic. If you haven't picked it up, please do yourself a favour and pick up Overwatch. It's fantastic. Yeah. Do we have any other questions on this side?
You should.
You don't have a favourite Overwatch character at all, do you?
I like the one.
The one. Neo is my favourite Overwatch.
Yeah, he's the best Overwatch.
Keanu Reeves. He's got a great bottom. I'm going all the way back here.
He can stop bullets.
That would be a great power in Overwatch.
With his face.
Sorry for harassing you in the elevator, by the way. How's it going?
There's a lot of context missing there, Martin. You can't just walk past a person.
It was the first one.
Where none of these people were there and say, sorry for harassing you privately in the elevator.
I don't think it was
there
even
were
them.
no witnesses.
I don't think it was them. I think I just apologised to the wrong person.
Don't forget help to rubbing your crotch against them.
You have a question, sir?
I was going to ask about the voice acting thing, but now I just want to know what the hell that was.
Well, ask both questions and then we'll find out.
Okay, like, out of anything, why would you pick voice acting for a job? Like, why would you want to do it?
That's a good question. Why would anybody pick voice acting for a job? I'll go for your first question initially. Did you explain what the elevator thing was about?
You know what? I've forgotten myself, mate. So.
There was a Kylo Ren in the
yeah.
There was a Kylo Ren.
It was him. Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay. There was a Kylo Ren in the elevator.
Yeah.
This person. And I just started quoting the beginning of the movie at them. What's that?
I got a really blank. I was really tired. I was kind of like,
Oh, you were tired. I'm sorry. That was
The last thing you need is
first thing Sunday morning, and I'm like, what was it?
He was like, I knew you before. You were
I knew you before you noticed
And
Kylo
this poor
Ren.
guy's just like,
You cannot deny the truth. That is your family. And he's like, I felt so bad.
if he had like serious like family issues and he didn't realise.
You cannot deny the truth. It is your family. Kylo Ren going on Jeremy Kyle. Jeremy Kylo Ren.
Today on Jeremy Kyle, we're here with Kylo Ren. You're a scum, Kylo Ren! You killed your own father! You're scum! Get out! And then he has a little paddy. A Kylo
Spoilers.
Paddy. A Kylo
You've
paddy.
seen the film by now. If you haven't, you don't want to see it, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless you're waiting for it to come on ITV or something.
It's out on Blu-ray.
Wait for the ITV version. It'll be showing me. I'll come to your house and I'll talk over the film. Wait for it on VHS. Let me think.
I would love a copy of Star Wars 4.
Why did you become a voice actor, Axe?
I've always liked sort of playing and acting and stuff like you know.
I hate playing.
Playing pretend. You know, like pretending. You know, like kind of
Pretending we can host a Q&A, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Spot on. And I never really figured it was something I'd really want to do until Shady asked me to do GX Abridged, and then we started doing it. And then I really like this. It's a lot of fun. It's certainly not easy. It's not as easy as people would probably make out of it. People are like, oh, you just...
Yeah, a lot of people are like, well, it's not real
voice.
acting, is it?
It's like, yeah, it is. That's what annoys me, because actually
it's almost the purest form of acting, because back in the day it would just be like shadows on the cave.
Yeah, because someone actually genuinely said to me, it's like, it's not, all you got to do is speak, and you don't have to, it's like, well, that's just it, because, yeah, in live acting, your emotions have got to come out through your facial features, your body,
my emotions,
your voice,
come through
everything
my face.
in your voice has to come out of the voice. If you're sad, you have to sound genuinely sad. Yeah, if you're, it all has to come out of there, and that's why most, I mean, if anyone's seen the behind the booth, in the booth videos and GX that we do, I do a lot of physical acting while I'm voice acting, because it helps. You know, it just helps bring out that sort of thing.
I got into voice acting, and this is legit the reason I started doing it, because I like to make fun of my teachers at school. Like I went to Manchester Grammar for school, la-di-da, and all the teachers there have been there for like decades, so they all have these really eccentric personalities and eccentric voices to go along with their personalities. So I had this Latin teacher who had a limp and a hearing aid, and he again please, he would come up to the students and ask them to repeat what they would say like that. He'd snap in their face and everything. So I would, whenever like we'd be in like a free period or whatever, I would like start doing the voices of my teachers, and everyone would be like, keep doing that, man, it's really funny. And then often I'd get put in detention for doing it. But it didn't discourage me, because I saw the reaction it would get from people, because I'm usually a very quiet person, and if I start doing like a silly voice or becoming a different character, they'd be like, wow, this is so crazy, like, what's going on? And they'd react to it, and I'd be like, it's fun to get a reaction out of people. So I would keep doing impressions, like I'd do Beavis and Butthead at school, and I'd do all these different voices, and eventually it just got to a point where when it came to write the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I was like, I can probably do most of these voices by myself and just see how it goes. And people, I think one of the reasons that people gravitated towards Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is because they realized it's just one bloke doing all these voices. And there's something charming about that. I almost feel like when I started introducing other people, no offense, X, when I started having other people on the show, it was like, it lost a little bit of something, because people were like, oh, we wish it was little Kuriboh doing all the voices, but I can't. You don't want to hear every woman should not sound like this, you know. I don't know why Taya sounded British there. But yeah, it was from making fun of my teachers at school, and it just became a skill. One of my few skills. What are you doing?
I'm not doing nothing. I'm stood here, I'm nodding away.
Look, your bottle's fallen down.
It's having a sleepy.
I knew you before you were Iron Brew. You cannot deny the truth. That is Pepsi Cola.
Anyway, let's have another question.